Good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness Action News Center. Renowned scientist Dr. Paradigm has uncovered startling news concerning the future of Fission City. We take you live to Paradigm Hall, where a press conference is beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it pains me to announce that I've uncovered a plot to genetically alter all of Fission City. I don't mean to cause public hysteria, but it's my civic duty to inform you that this plot is the doing of those unspeakably genetically altered street sharks. Whose ultimate goal is to infect our very air and water, to transform all of you into creatures as fierce and ferocious as themselves.
Sharks, stop! Save us! We have to go!
That's not the street sharks I know. Those guys are righteous and very cool looking too.
Oh, that bald-headed, underhanded... Yeah! How can people be so stupid? Wake up! Smell the con job! Paranoid's the gene-slamming monster!
We have nothing to fear, friends. As mayor of Fission City, I'm pleased to announce that Dr. Paradigm has created a vaccine. A vaccine that will protect the citizens of Fission City.
I'm only doing what's right and responsible as a citizen, Your Honor. When taken with a simple glass of tap water, this vaccine will prevent anyone from being genetically altered.
And it will be distributed across the city beginning tomorrow morning.
So that's how Paranoid plans to do it. The people will think he's saving them.
That sick and twisted deviant. While everyone's downing the pills they think will save them, blammo! They'll all be transformed into his Seviot slaves.
Good. I'm alone.
Yes, Dr. Paranoid.
I want you, Slopster, and Killamari to meet me at the vaccine factory. We need to make sure everything is in readiness for tomorrow. Memo to Lena. Be sure to be here early, before tomorrow's vaccination ceremony.
The joint's gonna blow! Dive for cover!
Excuse me for mentioning it, Doctor, but you just buried your vaccine under tons of concrete.
True, but it's actually better this way. I realize now that genetically altering an entire city might tax even a genius as awesome as my own. On the other hand, when I use these few capsules to transform and control the mayor and her closest associates, not only would the ignorant masses blame the street sharks, but they will then turn to me as the only one with the expertise to save their city from this terrible crisis.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that my vaccine factory was indeed maliciously and violently destroyed by the street sharks.
What about Fission City? Are we all doomed to become horrible creatures?
Not to worry, my dear. A new factory will be online in a few days. In the meantime, we do have enough of the vaccine for our emergency VIP vaccination program tomorrow.
Which will demonstrate the safety and effectiveness of this wonderful vaccine.
Good morning, Fission City. While you're taking your vitamins, the mayor and her fellow VIPs will be taking Dr. Paradigm's anti-genetic infection vaccine. This sets a fine example for the citizens of Fission City. And once again, we can thank the great Dr. P for his genetic genius.
Dr. Paradigm, on behalf of the eternally grateful citizens of Fission City, I'd like to thank you for saving us from the horrors of uncontrolled genetic transformation. To Dr. Paradigm.
To Dr. Paradigm!
At last, the culmination of everything I've worked for.
Today, I am presenting the Presidential Medal of Honor to the world-renowned scientist and pride of Fission State University, Dr. Luther Paradigm, for his invaluable contributions to genetic science. Dr. Paradigm.
Huh? Chummer, is he nuts? Who made that bozoid the president?
Shh! Look! Thank you, Mr. President. Genetic engineering can be extremely dangerous in the hands of madmen like Dr. Bolton, a man who genetically combined his own sons with savage, uncontrollable shark DNA.
That's not true! Ugh! About Dad?
Aw, that sickoid liar!
He's gonna pay for that.
Cool it, guys.
Why did Paranoid have to poison President Horn against us? Now I'll never get to meet him. That reeks.
Aw, who voted for that cheeseball?
He's a great president.
Who's he gonna honor next? Dracula?
Cool it, guys. Don't you see, Paranoid's up to something. Why else would he take those Slimoid Seviets to D.C.? We gotta find out what.
Well, street sharks, I hoped you'd come sniffing around while I was away. Since you won't be escaping this 2-foot-thick titanium compression box anytime soon, I might as well let you in on my latest triumph. I refer to it as gene washing.
Shark attack!
And if you do ever manage to get out, you'll find a brand new America. President Horn will be totally under my control.
Why, you...
Gene slamming the president would be a little too obvious for the American people. But gene washing is perfectly undetectable. Think of it. All those millions of Americans to experiment on. The possibilities are staggering. Farewell, street sharks.
What a head case. That Paradigm seems as if he's got a few chromosomes loose himself.
Dr. Paradigm is a genius. He will reinvent the world.
I don't know about that. How'd you get in here?
Didn't the vice president tell you? I brought some gene-slammed monstrosities so you could see genetic engineering at its nightmarish worst.
I've really been too busy, Dr. P. What?
You will come with us.
Russell, what's wrong with you?
That's the beauty of my new process called the Gene Wash, Mr. President. It's undetectable. And for your information, it was developed especially for you. Relax, Mr. President. Vice President Russell will do an excellent job while you're away being gene washed. You'll make the perfect team. And I'll have countless millions to experiment on.
No! Slam me, not him! Please! He's the president!
How patriotic. However, I pledge allegiance to myself and to the science for which I stand. One geneticist who's answered his call dedicatedly to bring genetic mutation to all. A place in the history books is yours. The first gene-slammed president. The first of a master race designed by me.
No! Don't do it!
Unfortunately, the American public probably won't stand for it, and Russell will have to take your place. Mr. Vice President, soon to be Mr. President. This way, please.
You've gotta believe us. It's Paradigm who's kidnapped the president. He's got this totally undetectable process called gene washing.
That shark has got the president. Get him! Hold your fire, you morons. You'll hit the president. What are you, CIA?
They told you I had a new gene washing technique, didn't they?
Yes, but I didn't believe them.
Good, because it's the street sharks who have this incredible gene washing ability. They'll gene wash the president. Almost certainly already have.
Mr. Vice President, what should I do?
Genetic science, growth industry, amazing potential, reduce unemployment. Listen to the doctor. He knows best.
If the president starts spouting absurd accusations like the street sharks are innocent or they didn't kidnap me, then we'll know he's been gene washed. But who knows what they will make the president do? You'll have to arrest him, Vox. He'll be a menace to national security. And then...
The vice president takes over. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to visit the USS Liberty. My name is El Sordo, and I sure hope you like my show.
He got the ship. It's going down.